NK Hellhammer from HellGarden Chilies, Mr. Nick Kemps. I specifically asked him to make sure he sent me one of these pods. He obliged, said no problem. I heard they're super wicked. We're gonna find out. The cross on this pepper, this is Nick's own cross, NK Hellhammer. And the cross on this is a red Primo Apocalypse Scorpion. Dripping oil. Well, I guess not quite. It's got some pools of oil up in there. For the birds. Ooh. See what we get at. Super floral at the end. Super floral. It wasn't floral until I swallowed basically the placenta and that last bite. Up until that point, it was kind of sweet, and a bit fruity and floral mixed in. But it wasn't an unpleasant taste until that last bite, or last swallow, really. I can feel it moving down the esophagus. Initially, it was like a scorpion burn on the tongue. The burn now, it's all front of the mouth, tip of the tongue, and on the under part of my gums, on the inside part of my gums, down there where your tongue lays. Yeah, the gums on the back side of the teeth are burning pretty good. I'd say that's where most of the burn's at. It's still climbing. I don't think this is peaked yet. I don't think it's gonna peak for a few minutes, to be honest. It's ramping up. It's not climbing like this. It's kind of just like a little steady climb, and then it kind of settles for a second and then goes again. It's a building burn, if you will. I mean, it's a hot pepper, no doubt about it. It's by no means the hottest pepper I've ever had. That's for sure. I heard it was wicked hot. And it is. You know, but I wouldn't suggest anybody try that at home. You know, unless you're used to eating super hot peppers on a regular basis, because it'll quickly, it's still building. I'm getting attacked in the back of the throat right now. And again, that now mostly is all the capsaicin oils and saliva in my mouth that I keep swallowing back. And that's why in the chili community, in the chili world, oftentimes you'll see a lot of people spitting. I used to do that a lot. And then I learned to, because part of the burn and getting the full effect of a pepper or a hot sauce even, or a challenge or whatever it may be, is to keep swallowing that back, because it keeps the burn going, it intensifies it, and it keeps building. So that's what's going on now. Pepper burp, needed that. I think I'm starting to learn too my body a little bit more, in that as soon as I get that pepper burp, I get like a second wind, if you will. And that's when I know, I think the burn's gonna start coming down now, and it is. I just think that's my body's way of processing, and then I get that nice little pepper burp out, and it's like you get your second wind a little bit. I mean, the throat burn is still pretty intense now, but the head build in the internal mouth part, that's kind of dissipating and slowing down. So most of the burn is on its way back down now. Throat burn though, that's still got a nice little hold on it. So I'm gonna keep burning a little while. Man, I forgot to bring out tissues. Little runny nose, both nostrils are running. Excuse me, it's not crazy though. Eyes are a little glossy, but they're not even, yeah, I'm not doing much. Feel like my lips are getting swollen a bit. That happens mostly with all peppers I eat, for the most part, because I lick my lips a lot. And whoever that was that commented on my video, they must have been talking about, I was talking about intense lip burn, and they said, well, the way you were nibbling on it, no shit. You know, I had to laugh, man. This shit was funny, because I was like, yeah, that's true. But like I always say in most of my videos, ooh, I am got some sweat dripping though. That's a warm pod. Please don't get me wrong. Again, if you're not used to eating upper level super hot peppers on the daily, or at least burning daily, that is not a pepper for you. But again, I was expecting more, because I had heard from a few different people that was this season a pod that's way up there, and it is. It's just my tolerance is up pretty high right now for me, and had I eaten that at the beginning of the season, and again, I've been eating fresh pods. I've been lucky this season, because I was training back in June for the competition, so I knew some growers, and they hooked me up early. So in late April, early May for sure, I had freshies coming in, and yeah, they were small super hots, because they weren't getting all the way, but they were packing the punch. So if I would have eaten this pod then, yeah, this would have been a really different video. But this is not the hottest pepper I've ever had. I don't think it's even the hottest pepper I've had this season, but it's up there. It's right up in there. It's making me think of other pods that I've eaten. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna run. I think that's good. This burn's dissipating. Throat's just a little bit, but I think once I drink a little water and wash down some of the oils and stuff, and just get my body flowing again, throat burn will go away in a couple minutes. But again, that's Nick Kemp's Hellhammer, a cross he created with a red Primo and a Apocalypse Scorpion. So Apocalypse Scorpion's one of the hotter pods I had this season for sure. That was early on in the season. I did a video with eating two chocolate Apocalypse Scorpions, and that was in early June, just a few weeks before the competition down in San Diego. And my tolerance was pretty high at that point, and that was right when I was kind of starting to push it a little bit and start to eat, multiple super hots, and get there. And that was one of the first ones I decided to do. Wow, that was an intense burn. It was hot. So that pepper sticks out a lot this year. The chocolate douglas, which again, let me remind you guys all, that's not a friend. It's not a friend. Now the lemon douglas, that is. The unknown Brazilian pod that I did a couple weeks back, or a month ago, from Mr. Thomas Spillane, that's up there. The red skunk, and then probably the NK Hades, and then this. So this is definitely up there, but we handled her well. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate all of you. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been your #1 hot sauce guy, and we'll be back tomorrow. I got some cool peppers, so we'll see you then.